But we'll see here as we get HuShang on the map choice that apparently he likes is going to be up here on the top right hand side of things, and SenDoh will be down here in the bottom left hand corner of this map. HuShang, I know, again, I am on the same team as him actually, so I know that he actually has played SenDoh a fair bit before, and may have a winning record against him on that, but it's totally out the window when you're playing on these weird maps. And we may have a new guest, awesome co-caster, if he wants to, just arriving. And yeah, we'll see what does develop here. We got the depot going down near the ramp for our Terran player, but the pylon just in base for our Protoss player. And all awesomeness so far. And how are you doing today, Kimchi?
Doing amazing, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, we had a really enthusiastic viewer who started to watch the stream and just ran over. So good. After calling us racist. So apparently not. But either way. Yeah, we got the barracks coming down here now. We got the probe trying to do that really thorough scout around his base. Remember how often you'd have something hiding in this?
It's like Terran built a starport in your base because your base is so
just
big.
Ridiculous. And can you imagine now? You could build a factory outside, float it into the grassy knoll, and then run on in.
It was and it was actually hidden by the vision blockers as the grassy knoll, as he's saying there. It was such a strange world. And so we've got a little bit of a probe scout. We can see the gas on the Terran, so a bit of a different opening here. We're hitting
tiny
some
bit
lag.
Of little lag. Hopefully
Manitoba
that does clear up.
is worse than Toronto when it comes to the internet, although Toronto, we're not exactly Google Fiber or whatever over here.
Maybe.
Try the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Grassroots StarCraft doesn't happen until you have a fan show up at your house, not able to find a clean glass to pour his alcohol into.
That's true. Now we do have a little hidden probe actually in the Terran base here. I'm not sure he is aware of it now as the Reaper comes out. I think first Reaper that we've seen so far here. And pretty good on this given all the ledges that exist on this type of map. Could be pretty cool, particularly for even controlling, like if he keeps it alive, does his initial scouting, really good for controlling the watchtowers after that, because he can just jump up and down the cliff, because of course these watchtowers are up a ramp.
Yeah, no, very good point. Is he going to be able to pick off a probe? He was going for the gas probe, so the only reason why, no micro even necessary, and is he going to die? It's actually a big deal. No, okay, he's able to keep it alive. Our Protoss player, is he going to, is he even going to expand this game?
I don't know. I thought he picked this map almost specifically so he could expand.
He's got the robo.
He's got the robo coming, like you said, behind the mineral line here, and showing no signs that he does plan on expanding. The Terran is working on his command center here now, so he may be looking to do some sort of one base push out of this. And there we do see the Reaper just kind of occupying the watchtower, but then hopping off of it. One thing that I kind of miss from these old maps, and we'll probably see it more as we look at more of them, but the watchtowers themselves tended to be in interesting positions.
Yes.
They almost everything was either up a ramp, or there was a terrain structure around it, or there was something that made it a little more of a battle point that almost gave you an advantage if you're the one that had it.
It was huge, especially with tanks or any kind of, or Colossus, any kind of like a ranged unit. It was such a different dynamic. Now they really just give vision and you walk up and you push off whatever's there. No one keeps their army by a watchtower anymore. It wasn't the same the way people would sort of siege a watchtower.
Yeah, it used to be much more of almost like taking the high ground, literally in this case, but in some other case, or as we saw in Kulas Ravine, literally taking the high ground. If you control the watchtower, you could siege up the natural of your opponent completely from the high ground, have massive vision on it, and here it definitely gives you really good access to both of the lanes of travel. We do have the warp gates complete here now with an immortal on its way out to join this one.
The 2 Immortal 4 gate is what's going to be happening. Terran seems to be in half decent position. He does have the 3 barracks, 1 with the reactor, his stim about halfway done. It might even finish up before this fight is over, but we'll see how this works out. He cannot lose that mothership core. Ooh, 1 shot away.
Yeah, it does kind of get away and has to decide what the best escape path is there. Now, there's no forward pylon or anything available quite yet. I think largely because that Reaper was out there, preventing initial probes from getting out and into position. And you can see the Terran moving a unit just to keep an eye on the back rocks, and will even throw down a bunker or a depot, in that location, as he does go to town on these. Protoss will get up, but of course the Terran will be aware that this is happening at the time.
Absolutely, and our Terran player is actually a couple of supply ahead at the moment. This army looks very capable of dealing with it, but is he a bit supply blocked? No, just overbuilding supply depots. Maybe he meant those to be bunkers. They are, in fact, bunkers, and I'm just confusing myself. But here it looks like we're moving in to the real engagement. Force fields are going to have to be absolutely amazing because there's no meat and just Immortals here.
Yeah.
Is he going to be able to hold this off? 1 sentry goes down. The Zealots are moved in. He's going to pull back. All of the workers are pulled.
Maybe a little bit of a whiff on the time warp, or a little defensive at least with it. We'll be able to take the bunker out, but there's a lot of bio here, and with the siege tank in the back, not great against Immortals, but still raining down when you can't get to it. Bio pushing forward, HuShang falling asleep as his army does die, and Terran will push forward. HuShang does have to tap out here, not quite able to find the right strategy.